Alright, what's up? I'm gonna see and make sure that my audio works here and that I see myself on camera and make sure it's all working. Do you hear the audio okay? I'll bring the camera over to me in a second. I'm in shambles here. We got the motor apart because I was having issues. I had to pull the starter out because when I was gonna go ahead and put a new spark plug in earlier, I went to go start it and it locked up on me, so the starter kind of just fried, and that was my fault. We got the motor apart. Let me put this down. That was my fault because I had a low battery and I was trying to hit it a couple times because sometimes it starts up. Even though I charged the battery, it seems like it wasn't getting the full amperage. So starter blew out. I just got done ripping that out. But I don't need the starter. I can pull start, but I don't think I'll be able to put this back together in time to go fly, but maybe I can. I already got most of it back on. I gotta put the head back on, make sure no wires are dangling out here to hit. This should be fine. I don't really need this. Maybe I'll just plug it in so it's out the way. And I gotta put the head back on. So we can do that now. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think it just deleted the message by accident. My bad. Also got fucked. I'm gonna have to glue this back on later if I can. Maybe for now I'll run it without it. should be on there, and I think that might be enough to start it. I am hydrated. It's so hot out today. Hey Paratrike, what's up?
Oh, nice. She got good pictures of you. Yeah. That's funny.
What's up, dude?
All right, thanks. You have a good one. See ya.
I am attempting to start it now. I'm at that point.
Right on.
So we will see how it goes.
You reminded me that I'm on Facebook Live. I forgot I was supposed to do that.
Do your job, man.
You're best, bro. Thanks, man.
Thank you for parts and stuff. Appreciate it.
I'm here for you.
I got one more thing to do. I gotta put my seat back on.
You want some dew? Do you want it out here or anywhere?
You can leave it out. There's only one thing left to do. I think it's right. I'm ready to start her up, test her out. I think I'm good to start it. Let's find out. Might need to adjust carb. We just put in new membranes on there, and it still feels really weird on the low though. Clear prop. Yeah, I can't fly it like that. I'm gonna have to take it apart, figure it out. buddy out there is giving me some advice and letting me know what to do. Yeah, like I was trying to blip it, and that's when it died. But when I was going and giving it throttle, it was fine.
Well, another thing that you can look at, it's a lot easier to get at, is if you haven't checked your
she's friendly, but
yeah,
too small.
Gotcha. The reed valves.
Right.
Pull the carbon, check your reed valves.
Okay.
Generally speaking, the reed valves, it'll still run in the higher RPMs, but it'll have idle problems.
Like if they're getting stuck or broken or something?
Yeah, there's little carbon reels, and they break off, and then they start, because the whole thing's just an air pump, right? And that's the valve that keeps the air in when it circles around. But at higher RPMs, you'll generally still be able to run, but you'll have idle problems if the reed valves break and start leaking. And you don't have to pull off much. We just pull this here off.
Okay.
And because it's a wear item too.
Yeah, and I'll be able to see it.
Mm-hmm. And that's when, after you pull the carburetor, it's just these 4 bolts, and you can take a look at the reed valves.
All right, I'll try that.
Just a word of caution. I know that a lot of people, they blip a lot. Blipping, it doesn't necessarily have a lot of value, except breaking your clutch.
Yeah, because it's grabbing it real quick.
Yeah, it's throwing it at it. So you can transition.
So just go slowly.
Yeah, you're not learning anything by But you do risk breaking the clutch pad.
Okay, thanks. I did hear that recently. Saw people talking about it on Facebook and stuff. But that was just how I learned.
Yeah, no, I mean, everybody does it, and it's not like everybody's out breaking clutch
Yeah,
parts,
but it does wear it.
But it has the potential because you're
I got you.
throwing it at it, and it doesn't have any diagnostic value.
So if I go slowly into it, would it still die, you think?
Try it.
Okay.
Try it. You can try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix this thing that was the broken wire on that first.
If you go slowly into it and you're able to produce your power, I would very much suspect read valves.
Okay, and then that's if it stays on without, like if it's just idling, it stays on, and then slow roll into it, stays on, but blipping it kills it, then you think it's the read valve?
It's a possibility. But I just pull the thing and check the read valves.
Yeah.
It's a visual inspection. It's only like 6 volts.
Okay.
It's super simple.
Yeah, once I'm done fixing this, I'll check that out. I'll try and start it and see if I can rev up slowly to make it do anything different.
I can, doesn't look like you're getting any bubbles, but I can, when the wife gets back, I can watch your line to see if there's any gas bubbles forming.
This was what it looked like after like the seconds of running it, but it did
Okay,
look
so
like it was...
the problem with those, the problem is that these don't actually get carbon deposits until it does look a little scary. But
yeah, it's like I've never seen them do that.
Yes.
I put the old one back on for now.
But the thing is, until these get covered in soot, they don't read.
Yeah, okay.
So you got to be like 15 minutes of runtime before it's of any value.
So this is the old one. If that one just runs fine for now, I'll try that.
Yeah.
Because it's doing the same with the new one anyway.
Yeah. So spark plugs usually either work or they don't.
Yeah.
Everybody just replaces spark plugs. I got a small engine shop. And
okay.
In my lifetime, I think I've run across like 2 or 3 bad spark plugs.
Yeah, I mean, I replace them every once in a while, but because I haven't done it since I can remember, I was like, let me try that first, and then the starter died, and here we are.
They're cheap, so it's not a hard thing to throw at it, but I think half of the time what actually happens is the same thing that would happen if you took a wire brush and cleaned the shit off. But generally speaking, a metallic sound is pre-ignition, and it's a indicator of a lean mix too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too from what I'm seeing here. And it was idling at like 4,000.
Yeah, that's also an indicator of. So, you've also got flow over here.
Where at?
Here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did see a little bit there, but I had most of it coming out from here originally, so I replaced that seal, and it hasn't done it since. So I'm wondering if you think there might be like a seal that's bad there too.
Well, it's a gasket under here, and if it's spitting it out, it generally means it's also sucking it in, so it's possibly a leak at that gasket or at that crankcase.
Okay. Yeah.
Which would give you your crankcase seal leak. You know, there's a seal here that'll you won't be able to get a vacuum on the crankcase. So seal here, seal here, seal here, crankcase itself, and seal up. You're generally not going to see it. But this one here, you can tell. Up
Okay, we'll slide
here,
with it.
and there's a base gasket there that is just like your typical kind of paper.
And the piston will stay on?
The piston is going to stay on, but you're going to slide the cylinder off of the piston, and then when you put it back on, you just have to pinch the rings together, you know.
Right.
But this base gasket here is just, you can make this. It's just like a paper type base gasket if you got the stuff in a little bit of patience in it.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. You know, at night, I know.
But there's guys here with parts too down there, so I can always ask them.
That's the cool thing
if I
about
gotta grab something.
That's the cool thing about Vitarazi is there's parts everywhere. But that is a possibility that would also give you a vacuum leak. Is that base gasket? Let's see if
Yeah, might have finally went.
Because it works by compressing the gasket, and then after it gets flat enough, particularly after you've pulled the head, and then you recompress it, there's not enough mass to pinch because it's already been flattened.
Yeah, that's what happened at that top one.
Technically speaking, if you replace the top gasket, you're supposed to replace the bottom gasket too.
Yeah, it's just such a pain to rip it all off. I'm like, I'll wait till I see the problems, but
Yeah, it is. And a lot of that stuff is like, as you try to replace stuff that isn't broken, you break other stuff and you wish you never touched it. But,
yeah, thank you. I'll let you know where I'm going. You stay here, Lily. Good girl. What's up, Paratrike? Feel free to tell me what you think. Because we done replaced a bunch of stuff and we're gonna try and figure that out. 2 small clicks, lean, slow, low jet, and try again. Yeah, I might. But it does sound different, like when the piston's going up and down than it normally does. And that's what frightens me, is it doesn't sound, and maybe that is from being just too lean or something, but. So, where do we go, clockwise or counterclockwise?
What's these?
That's from the airbox, the thing that goes on this, so like leaves don't get in there.
Oh, it has a wig. It's got wigs on it.
It's supposed to be on that, but the glue came off. It's got oil on it and stuff. Yeah, the big powered parachute trike. It is pretty. I flew next to it, sort of, in the morning, but I couldn't get too close to it because they blow out as much wind as an airplane does, like if I were to fly next to an airplane. But it is a pretty machine, that's for sure.
I like it.
Alright, I got that back on. That's on. I'll go sans airbox for now. This. It ran for a little bit, and then it died out when I went to give it throttle.
accessibility. Where's our? Oh, that's okay. It's a little bit of a pain. So one of the things that you want to do on this is you want to get a roll pin and put in there on this one here. But let's see if I can reach that. I can't. No, I'm not going to be able to reach it with it running because of where it's at.
Yeah.
You know, like if you could access it with the screw from this angle, you could do it. So
No, I'll just take it down.
yeah, you just
Make
have
some
to.
adjustments.
Yeah, do it like a quarter turn at a time, and look for a difference. You have a post and a ratchet strap.
Oh, like, I mean, I got this thing. I don't know if if I ratchet strap it to everything there, but it's kind of like no room.
I prefer, the frames aren't built for it, but if you took it to a tree
Oh, okay.
and put the tree here and ran a strap around there to where it would push against the tree, then you can sit in front of it, and then you can reach in and
adjust
you don't have to take it on and off, and then you can do it like that because it's going to push against the tree, and it's a pretty safe way to do it. But if not, you're just going to have to, unfortunately, take it on and off, and it's a process. But do it at about a quarter turn at a time, a quarter inch richer, and then let's see what it does. Come on, lady. Come on. Yeah, I'll come over and listen to it.
All right, thanks.
The thing you got to remember though is that even if you're able to adjust it out of it, unless you have adjusted it previously, something still caused it to become leaner. You adding more fuel might temporarily work, but something still did cause it to get leaner.
Yeah, like if the seal is bad or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Sometimes the interim you can give enough fuel, you can adjust it enough to go, but the seal continues to get worse and it gets leaner and past what you can adjust. But
Okay. How's your flight? Complete trash?
What's it? Oh,
Your flight?
the wind up there. Glad he didn't go.
Yeah. Tell me more. Tell me more.
It was really bad.
It was so bad.
Oh my god, I got
so
tossed
bad.
all around. Actually, a guy landed out over there.
Are you serious or are you joking?
No, so it was trike.
So it really was bad?
No, it was bad.
No,
It was
it
bad.
was good.
But I think he probably had a motor out or something.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go up because at low idle this thing's dying, and then like trying to give it some throttle, it dies.
So what's the deal?
I don't know, because now it's not wanting to run right. Like it'll start, but when I go to give it throttle, it's just bogging out. He's thinking it's a seal maybe in the bottom part here that's got like it flattened out just like the top one did because I've never replaced it. Like maybe that one's letting in some air or something. I mean, it was running earlier. I did a whole flight.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm confused
When you were
about.
live streaming, I actually said it sounded weird. So
It did.
Tom.
It did, yeah. It was idling weird, but it was full throttle. It was great. I could flip it. It was fine.
Mine's weird too. Man.
Is yours being weird?
Yeah, it's my middle range. The idle seems low, and it's high, it's good, but in the middle it's like wrong. And I thought I fixed it, but it's acting weird. So I was like full throttle or no throttle too.
Jeez. Freaking things.
Neil, all right, come on, dude.
Fix
Are we
this thing.
streaming right now?
Yeah.
Tom is amazing. I love that guy. He's the best pilot in the whole world. That guy, Tom. I'm not any help. I don't know any of this shit at all. That's why I'm getting this call's coming
Some
out.
lessons, yeah.
For this very reason.
Yeah, because this is bullshit.
And then my trike's like overheating, so I don't know.
Again? Or
Yeah, it's always been. I don't know if it's the temperature gauge or whatever, but I'm full throttle on this thing like all day today, and it was like 210, 208 Celsius, you know?
Yeah.
And that one, like, I'm bathing the fuck out of it, and it's like 230, 240, 260. And I'm worried about it. The trike is running hard, you know?
Do you feel it at all? I know it's different with the trike because it's further
I
behind
don't
you.
feel it.
I started feeling some heat with this thing when I was
I
flying.
feel heat on that for sure. I mean, I feel on my back the whole time.
Okay, so you're feeling like the normal heat from it then? And I am.
The trike is so far apart, but I'm thinking maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe it's heavier, or I don't know, or maybe it's not getting enough airflow. But I talked to Sky
the
Sports
prop,
about
maybe?
it. No, the prop, prop's same. I mean, it's a 140 on the
This way it came with?
Helix.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't break props in trike. You break prop in trike. You're breaking a lot of things.
Well, I'm gonna try and start it back up, see what happens. I haven't adjusted anything yet, but I was just checking the reed valves to make sure they weren't broken. And I'm not getting air bubbles in here. Anything looks clean for fuel.
Yeah, air bubbles you would feel like, and it goes real lean, and then that's what happened to my trike. And so I could see air bubbles coming up, and so I replaced like all the on the trike. I replaced all the tubing, all the quick release crap. You know, so take it all out because it could be just a little air leak in there. Because I was like revving it, and it would like, you know, feel normal, and then all of a sudden like, and then because it's going real lean because the air's coming through. So I thought that was the reason for the, you know, the blown piston. Or, I don't know.
I'm wondering too if like my throttle cable stretch, if that makes a difference. I mean, I would think that would just give me lower RPM.
Yeah.
If anything, but idle should be fine. Right?
Yeah. You just get, if it was stretched, you would feel like a dead band. You know, you'd like squeeze it,
And then it would just kind of stop.
it wouldn't do anything, and then like it would like then hit in. You know, like, you would have plenty of it.
I think he's got a crankcase fuel leak.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, get crankcase seal leaks.
Yeah.
Oh, the screen in the carb's clean.
There's nothing dirty in the carburetor.
Right.
Change the membrane, and yet you're still finding yourself having to go through it up. Where the extra air come from?
Yeah.
From the seal. So you get more air in, and then you start. But the problem that happens is
So
usually.
now you put more gas in, so it compensates the
Yeah.
leak. Yeah, I see.
But what happens is it gets finicky
Yeah.
because the seal, depending on which seal it is how much it's unmetered air.
Right.
So you'll adjust it last night, and then this morning you have to adjust it again, and then it just, and then basically you run out of adjustment. It's crazy.
Yeah,
When they do that. It's just crazy as they get worse and worse.
Should it be super loose?
It's not super loose.
Bottom
mean,
it out. Count the turns and bottom it out. We'll see how many turns it is.
Like it was like this, and then I
Oh, okay. That's not the right screw.
this isn't okay.
No.
Put it back. Okay.
Yeah. No. This one's your low mixture screw.
Oh, okay, down here.
Yeah, that's just your throttle, your idle setting. This is your low mixture screw. That's when you should. The thing is, it's really good to know. Really, anybody who's messing with 2 cycles, you know how to do this, because it's like base 101 for diagnosing running troubles. Yeah. Is you can get or build. Spark plug out.
What's up?
So,
I'm in the middle of something though. Is it about this stuff? All right, give me a minute to deal with this.
What you're doing is you take some inner tube, right? You get out the square of it, fit underneath the carburetor, and you fix it. Then you do the same thing, you put another piece, put it under the exhaust, okay, and it closes off that one. Your adapter goes to the spark plug, and then you pump it up, and it holds it down. Yeah, then it does hold that and it takes the water, you get it squirting around.
Right. Yeah.
By and large, they're usually the base gasket or
Is that hard to replace or is that?
the base gasket's not. The shaft seal, you have to pull stuff off. Center over the side, really bad situation. The crankcase is shut. The problem, of course, is that generally speaking, you can see screws coming out wherever the leak is.
Right.
But the shaft seal. Because it sounds like it's sucking air. Is what it is indicative. And until you can eliminate that, you'll. But aside from that, take your screw, put it, seat it all the way down, 1.5 turns out.
Seated all the way down to the right.
Yep, and then 1.5 turns out,
Okay.
and then from there you go out,
Just like a hair,
out,
hair.
like quarter of a turn at a time, and when you go in, say, and it's really high, you go out, it gets less and less, and the rougher it is at the idle setting, the more fuel is available to go through the mid, and then for the high speed jet to take over. So it's kind of like if it's running too lean at low, it'll be real high, like your 4,000, which it should be like 2,000 and 2,800 or something like that, right? So then you adjust that out, and it goes from 4,000, 3,000, per setting, until you get it down.
Okay.
And then you'll know if you've got enough fuel in the low end, if it will not die when you give it throttle. And then if it doesn't die when you give it throttle, but it does not run in the high end, then you can adjust the high end,
I see.
lower or higher.
Okay.
Because what happens is, and the fuel from the low end, the low speed jet, is going to be used all through the throttle range. So there's a certain point where it mixes with the high speed.
Okay.
So even when you're full bore and using the high speed, you're still using whatever the low speed setting is at. But it's mostly the low speed setting having a little excess fuel that gets you through the mid range as you're transferring
From one to the other.
Okay, that's why if it's too lean, when you go to give it throttle, it dies because it needs a little extra left over
To do that jump.
to go up. But the fundamental part though is that if you've never changed the adjustments, then it's probably not an adjustment. Unless you've changed altitudes or something like that.
I mean, I travel, so I've been going from like Florida to the mountains to not, and so I have been going all over, but you know, I haven't adjusted it, and it was flying pretty decent up until the end of Moonshiners. Then I started hearing some differences in the idle and all that.
And at 150 hours, that's a lot of hours. That's enough for seals to wear out.
Yeah. Well, I've already replaced a few of them, so I know that way sooner they start to go.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. It's just, I guess. 'Cause I think I might have a fitting that'll fit in there, so I'll try that tomorrow.
A fitting as in
Where the spark plug goes.
Okay, you got to have an O-ring to make it, because it's got a seal too, you know.
Oh, okay.
So what I
have
did,
O-rings too. I have a bunch of them.
what I did, and you don't have. This is how I built one anyway. As you just knock out that porcelain center, and then I took a nipple and I epoxied it to it and sealed it up. And then I can take the vacuum pump and onto that.
Yeah.
You can buy them also. It's just one way of building it. But yeah, if you can get a good seal there. So what you do is you close off there, and you use your adapter here, pump it up to 7 pounds. If it doesn't
Close
hold,
off here, you're saying?
yeah, that's what your little rubber pieces underneath here is. You remove, you slide it under this plate so that you can pinch off, and you're closing this hole.
Oh, so it's a piece of rubber that completely goes over the hole.
Completely goes over the
Gotcha.
hole.
So
And then
it's
you
not like a gasket.
No, you completely go over the hole here, and you completely go over the hole on your exhaust to make an airtight seal. Then when you pressurize it, there's nowhere for the air to go out.
I see.
If the air's going out, then you take a spray bottle with some soapy water and find where it's going out. Once you find where it's going out, then you fix that.
Would it be worth then pulling all this off first and then checking that seal?
If you want to pull it off and replace it in case that is it, you can do it if you don't have all the tools to you know, if you got to gather the other tools. So maybe it works if that's the cause, maybe it doesn't, but it's something to try now if you want.
And what about the ring on the piston? Is that hard to squeeze and put back in?
No, it's like finger pressure.
Okay, cool.
There's usually a little dowel in the piston ring, or in the ring slot of the piston. And what it is, it's a locator deal, and the open portion of the ring goes over that little dowel.
Okay.
So, you know, sometimes they'll bounce it once you pull it off. Sometimes they'll slide, and you won't be able to squeeze it to get it in. But if you line this up, it's just like finger pressure.
Okay.
And there might be one or two. I'm not sure on this one, but you just kind of
Okay, so
slide
it's
it
nothing
down.
hard to like put back in like
No,
on
you
a
can.
vehicle.
No. You can do it. You don't need a special tool. You can do it with your finger. And then you just slide that back over there.
Okay.
And then, you know, torque it down. I personally don't generally use a torque cell, which most of it's like pounds or something like that. I don't remember.
Hand tight.
Well, you know, like no more give. Okay,
You're not fighting it.
I have busted more threads with a torque wrench than I have with my hands. Now there's a possibility that sometimes I might have to go back and tighten it a little bit more, but I've busted more threads trying to follow a freaking torque spec, you know what I mean? But the thing is, if you don't have a good seal here or here, it splurges. You got splooge, so it tells you whether you can tighten it a little more. You know, if it's loosened when you go run it. You know, the first, say, 2 or 3 flights after you put the head back on, you know, you gotta go.
Yeah, again.
Check it.
Yeah.
Check it. Don't wrench away on it, but it has a tendency to flex. And
that's what happened when I was checking it today. Is I noticed like this bolt here or something was a little looser than the other ones. And I had never checked it since I put the head back on it. I had problems
and we always think of the head and the O-ring there, but these same bolts, this is squeezing this
and the bottom
and that one.
So I'm wondering if maybe it's just not on there correctly, and that's why it's letting the air in. But I mean, the seal's gonna be bad by now anyway.
If you have it torqued down and it's still leaking, then it's a bad seal. It's just a paper gasket.
Yeah, I'll ask them if they got one up there and then try it. It might be easier than trying to do a pressure test on it.
If you don't have the stuff, it's definitely. Makuni makes a nice little pressure tester.
I have like only compressors, you know.
Yeah.
I have little handheld compressor too, but that's not gonna.
As long as you can control that it doesn't go over like 7 psi.
I can. It's got a dial on it.
Okay, then that could work. That could work. Is it like a bicycle type?
It's meant for like basketball, bicycles, and all that stuff. But you can also use it for your vehicle. It's electronic, so it's like a little thing. But you can set the PSI on it. I don't know if that's.
You can try it.
It's got different heads for it, so like it might have something we can put in.
You can try it, and as long as you're running some air in it, and you can squirt around with the squirt bottle. But it's not going to be accurate enough to be like
to really like
7 psi. You know, because it's a digital gauge and it's trying to decide how much to put in, as opposed to when you pump it up by hand, you pump it up to 7 and you sit there and watch it bleed down. If it bleeds, what you're looking for is whether it bleeds down. And that's what's a little more hard to do with a digital compressor, because you can't put a certain amount in and then watch it bleed down. Yeah, shorthand, I mean, you can try replacing the base gasket and see if that does it.
Yeah, alright, I'll ask them if they got one. Thanks again. At least I didn't blow a piston. That makes me happy.
Yeah. Although they're not actually that hard to replace.
Come on, baby. Having to get one and all that.
They're just expensive.
Yeah.
Come on, baby girl.
And then if it blows everything else out with it.
Right. Whoa. Come on.
I'm sorry. It's hard to drive myself when I'm busy.
If you're like here and you're not getting to fly, I mean, I can loan you mine, but it's a dinosaur. It's a high hooking point.
No, it's all good. They offered me one up front too.
Okay.
But I'll see if I can get this running. If not, I'm good. I mean, I already flew like every morning and afternoon anyway.
Okay. Cool.
But thank you. Alright, it's getting dark. I'm gonna shut this down. Might be closing the butterfly all the way and killing the motor by choking it out. Yeah, I'm gonna mess around with the adjustment screw, but like he said, I'm just worried about messing with it and then making things worse. So I'm gonna go ask some of the guys up front who know better than I do too. Get everyone's opinion, because the cool thing is out here at the fly-ins, like everybody's willing to help out. So we'll figure it out eventually. If not, I got buddies up north that'll be able to help me out when I go back up there. But alright, I'm gonna get going since it's dark. You guys won't be able to see anything anyway. And I'll talk to you guys in a bit.